Hey, it's Mel. I host the Millennial podcast with Billy and Mel, and we do a live podcast on Fridays about millennials, all things that are good, bad, ugly, trying to actually counteract what the other generations say about us in a negative light and some stereotypes, and we get to yell about that. Obviously, millennials yell, so I always do this in the podcast. And Billy, my co-host, does all the behind the scenes when we're doing live, and pushes all the buttons. That way I can just talk since I love to do that. But we air it after, so it's live when we film it, but we put it on all of the podcast streams so that people can watch it after or listen to it. And we really hope to cater to obviously millennials, but older generations and the boomers that want to understand more about us so that they can get a little bit of insight into our world and maybe bridge the gap between the two generations. So we're noticing a lot lately that the older generations are looking at our generation and the millennials to carry on the legacies that they are building and have already built. So there's a really neat thing that we're going to start doing with the podcast, trying to work with these organizations, these businesses, these communities, and try to have an outlet for them to ask us questions and educate us on what is going on and the importance of us carrying on those legacies. And then it gives us the education because we want to learn and we want to know. And there's a stigma that we don't. And I think that there needs to be that open communication, that we love to hear things that are from the past and from people who have experienced those things and mentors, and then we can then learn from that and carry that on for future generations as well. So we are actually that piece of the puzzle I think that they're needing and they're wanting. So we're hoping here in the future, near future, to be able to bridge that gap.